and it's great to be here and to have this opportunity to present my truth and my part of my story. For me, I've always been interested in, ever since a little child, I've always been interested in who I am, where we're going, why am I here. I've always been fascinated with the big picture and always looked to the stars and dreamed and wondered. And so I was going to take everyone through a little journey, a journey through the elements from above to below and back. And when we talk about the stars, we talk about the element ether. Ether is the element of light and sound. It is the invisible aspect of life. It is, you could say, it's the divine matrix. It's the source. It represents the unified field. What do we call a unified field in quantum physics? And from here, this is where we could say that spirit, our great spirit resides. And connected to that spirit is our soul. Our soul, you could say spirit is poured into our soul, and soul is related to our passion. Soul is our fire aspect. Soul is related to our heart and our most deepest desires of the heart. And from soul is connected to our mind, and our minds is related to the air element. Air is related to thoughts, our thoughts and our imaginations. From our mind, we are very much related to our direction. This is where, when we have a thought, our thoughts are electric in nature, as opposed to our emotions, which is related to our water aspect. This is magnetic. So these are reflections of the ultimate creation. Everything is electromagnetic, and our left and right brain harmonize our emotions with our thoughts. From there, we go down into our body, our vehicle, our physical structure. This is related to our earth element. Our earth is related to, as I say, it's our structure, it's our body, it's material things. And we can also relate to Earth as the planet. But the planet is really a combination of all these four elements. Our planet has a soul. Our planet has a mind. Our planet has even emotion, energy and motion. And our planet has its physical structure. So this is just like us. As a human being, we are literally infused. We're alchemy in action. We're infused elements. And each of these elements have qualities. They have states of being which we can utilize to enhance our life, to create our life, to answer those questions when we came in as to why are we here and who are we and how can we make all these elements? How can we alchemize these elements? How can we knit or integrate these elements together to create a life that's better for us and for the world? And these are questions that I ask. The difficult question for me is always how. I can dream big, but bringing it into the physical reality is the real work here. And I use the natural laws and the natural principles. They are also wonderful tools that we can use. these are the hermetic laws I'm referring to, the natural principles brought by Hermes, known as Hermes, or also known as Thoth in Egyptian times. And a key law is as above, so below, or it's actually the law of correspondence, and it goes as above, so below, as within, so without. And with this law, it's basically saying that who we are is reflected in the heavens, and the heavens is also poured down into us. There's trillions of stars in the sky, just as there's trillions of cells in our body. And within those cells, there's trillions and trillions, or infinite amount of atoms. And then within those atoms is the same stuff that's in the stars. So we are intricately connected. We are intricately aligned and connected once we start to harmonize these elements. And within all of these laws and elements, there are codes, there are natural codings. And we use them every day, but we don't always realize. Our alphabet, for instance, is a code. Each letter is a code. Each letter is a representation of energy. A, B, C is also 1, 2, 3. And the A and 1 is the male element. 2 is the female element, and also B. And C, from 1 and 2 creates C, which is what we see. And so we can go on and on about this, but there's much to this, but that's just giving you an example. So once we start to understand and integrate these elements, something magical happens. It's like quantum. It's a quantum effect. The whole is always greater than the sum of the parts. And we are many parts. But as we start to align ourselves and integrate and answer these big questions, who are we, where we're going, why are we here, everything starts to come into alignment as we put the right questions onto the core causal things which create our life. And coming into that, I actually live in a property now. I have a beautiful stand of nature around me with the trees and the water, the earth. And so this is how I've been inspired, is by connecting with nature, connecting with the physical nature has helped me to realign myself back into someone with a lot more energy and a lot more inspiration and a lot more passion to help people, to help awaken freedom within myself, awaken truth, awaken consciousness. This is what I feel is important for me. We start from the foundation of our earth and we connect with the ultimate questions and realities of the world, and we can truly create a new earth, a new way of being. And I believe this opportunity right now is the perfect time. So thank you.